Fergus is a small railway traction engine who works on the island of Sodor. One day, he was on his way to the quarry. He had a special job to do for Sir Topham Hatt. "Hello," whistled Thomas. "Where are you going?"
"To the quarry,"
Fergus chuffed happily. "Watch out for Bill and Ben, the twins," said Thomas. "They love to make mischief."
"I won't let young rascals rattle me."
"You don't know the twins like I do," warned Thomas. Fergus arrived at the quarry. He went to work with Mavis and the twins. "I'm afraid the freight cars are in a mess," said Mavis.
"Not to worry, we'll soon sort them out."
Bill and Ben were delighted. "Now we'll have some fun," whistled Ben. "Yeah, we'll have the old boiler in a spin," steamed Bill. Fergus liked helping Mavis, but he didn't like the way the twins were behaving one bit. Bill banged his freight cars hard. Some rocks fell onto the track.
"Do it right,"
Fergus ordered. Bill didn't like being ordered about by a traction engine.
"Don't interfere,"
he snapped back. Then Ben pushed his freight cars to block the line. Fergus was stuck.
"Out of my way,"
steamed Fergus. But Ben just grinned. The next day, the men were blasting rock.
"Wait for the all clear signal,"
Fergus called to Bill and Ben.
"Do it right."
"There he goes again," puffed Bill.
"Do it right. From morning till night." "Keep your funnel out of our quarry," huffed Ben.
The quarrymaster sent Bill and Ben to collect a rock crusher from the harbor. Fergus was left in peace with Mavis. The twins were still thinking about Fergus.
"He's just an old fusspot,"
said Bill.
"He's always saying, 'Do it right.'"
"Well, the next thing he tells us to do," wheezed Bill,
"We'll do it wrong."
They laughed. Bill and Ben steamed back to the quarry. The rock crusher was heavy. It shook the rails as they went.
"The blasting has made that rock face unsafe,"
warned Fergus.
"Don't go near it. Do it right."
But the twins took no notice of Fergus and were very naughty. As roughly as they could, they rattled the load towards the cliff.
"Look out!"
cried Fergus, and he rushed forward, and he bumped Bill and Ben out of the way. His driver jumped to safety as the rocks began to fall, but Fergus was covered in rocks right up to his funnel. It took a long time to dig him out. And no one worked harder to help than Bill and Ben. At last, Fergus was free. Bill and Ben were ashamed.
"We shouldn't have been so naughty,"
said Bill.
"We're very sorry," added Ben.
"Good," smiled Fergus.
"From now on, we can all do it right together."
Dancing and for and sex delight, shanty chucks and holy fright, red and green and brown and blue, that really is for cream. Oh, with different roles to play, and in the shed so far away, down the hills and round the bends, Thomas and his friends. Thomas, he's the cheeky one, James is faint and lots of fun, Percy pulls the mail time, Gordon thunders down the line, Emily really knows the stuff. Henry tits and huffs and puffs. Edward wants to help and share. Toby, well, that's a square. That's it, apple and 6 to 8. Shunted jacks and horny fries. Red and green and brown and blue. That really is the crew. Oh, with different rows of out in the shed so far away. Down the hills and round the bends. Thomas and his friends. To be continued.
Thomas and Fergus the traction engine are friends. Fergus is the pride of the cement works. Fergus knows all the rules and obeys them. One day, Sir Topham Hatt brought Devious Diesel to the cement works. I need Diesel to help for a while. Fergus, please show him around. Yes, said Fergus unhappily. He knew that Diesel could be trouble. Later, Diesel was being careless.
Not like that, snapped Fergus. Do it right.
Don't interfere, sneered Diesel.
You don't know the rules, shouted Fergus.
Diesel was very annoyed with Fergus and started plotting a devious plan. Later that day, he pretended to have news for Fergus.
Sir Topham Hatt wants you to work at the smelters. Me? But I'm the pride of the cement works. Not anymore. Sir Topham Hatt says I'm better than you, so I'm going to stay here. It's not fair. I love working here.
But he knew that really useful engines have to do as they are told. Fergus and his driver arrived at the smelters.
I want to go back to the cement works, wailed Fergus. None of the other engines like coming here. It's so scary.
You're right, said his driver. Just then, the scrap diesels arrived.
Hello. Are you happy to be here?
No, cried Fergus. His driver was scared too. Come on, Fergus, we're going to escape. And for the first time, Fergus broke the rules. Sir Topham Hatt was enjoying a tasty fish supper when he heard that Fergus was missing. That's not like Fergus. There must be something wrong. I will send Thomas to look for him. Fergus and his driver turned onto an unused track to find a place to hide. Fergus was frightened. So was Thomas. He puffed up and down the line. He couldn't see Fergus anywhere. We could search the old mine track, said his driver. That line is dark and spooky, whispered Thomas. But he had to be brave and find Fergus. Fergus was on a siding. His fire had gone out. Then he heard a sound.
It's an engine,
He cried. Fergus, whistled Thomas. Whatever are you doing out here?
Hiding. Don't want to work at the smelters. Sir Topham Hatt is going to be cross with me.
He's not, cried Thomas. He's worried about you.
Really?
Of course, puffed Thomas. Fergus felt better. Thomas pulled Fergus all the way to the smelter's yard, where he knew Sir Topham Hatt was waiting. Fergus, explain yourself.
I ran away. It's scary here.
Diesel told Fergus that you wanted him at the smelters forever. Nonsense, Fergus. You are the pride of the cement works. I shall send Diesel to the smelters, and you can go back to the cement works tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, sir,
said Fergus happily. Fergus knew he had a good friend in Thomas, and he was still the pride of the cement works.
has extra right, shunted trucks and hauling freight, red and green and brown and blue. Now there really is some crew, all with different roles to play out in the shed so far away, down the hills and round the bends. Thomas and his friends. Thomas, he's the cheeky one. James is favourite, lots of fun. Percy pours the man and some. Gordon wanders down the line. Emily really knows the stuff. Henry, 'tis an Edward puffs. Stanley, he's a new one at Toby, well at Say Square. All the engines are on hand, waiting for the plane to land. Beamer, diesel, beaver steam, all keep working as a team. Emily, well, I'll go to bed for all the rest of tip sheds. And I will carry number one. Stevie's work with diesel 10. The 2 to 4 to 6 to 8, shunted trucks and hauling freight, red and green and brown and blue. Now there really is for crew, all with different roles to play out in the shed so far away, down the hills and round the bends. Thomas and his friends. The end.